Good morning, everyone. Bill and Carrie with KB Tricks.
Good morning.
Now it's time to say goodbye, and I don't know the words yet.
They are now kicking us off the ship.
It's Disembarkation Day, and we decided we're going to start a video here in our stateroom because there are things to talk about. Bruno, there are things to talk about before we go. So with the Disembarkation Day, a couple things to know that we are going to go to our restaurant that we ate in last night, the final night. We're going to have our server team. So if you had a 6 o'clock dining, it's 6 a.m., right?
I don't know. I never pay attention.
We never do the morning one. If you have an 8 p.m. dining like we did, you go in at
8 a.m.
You go in at 8 a.m. And so one of the things is that you're going to say goodbye to your servers last time, but also that helps alleviate the number of people trying to leave the ship at the same time. You can do express walk-off if you need to, where you can go up to Marceline Market. We did that when we left the Wonder, so if you want to go, you can go watch the last day of our Disembarkation Day from the Wonder when we went to Alaska, and that we can show you the walkthrough process. For this, we're going to go to our dining room. So last night we packed up our main luggage, the big stuff, and we put it in the hallway. That way we didn't have to drag that through the hallways and everything. So they had that picked up last night at 10:30. So these bags are the only bags we have to carry off. We have a carry-on for the flight, but then this bag, what we did was we put in our dirty clothes, and we had our clothes set off to the side for today. We have our medications and all that stuff. You don't want to pack that stuff away in the other guys because
you're not going to see it for a while.
Yeah, so any medications, clothes for today, whatever. We were on a trip, and we saw this one family. They basically just had their clothes on from the day before.
Their pajamas.
And pajamas because they packed everything in their bag and they put it out before they went to bed. So they had like nothing on them except for like their IDs and whatever. So don't do that. Also in your stateroom, they start playing this Disembarkation informal video. That's Carly, our cruise director for our trip, and they're going through all the information you need to know about where to eat, how to go, luggage things, customs, where to what all the stuff you need to do in the morning, but also you can get the survey QR code so that you can fill that out for your trip. So again, when we get off the ship, we're going to look for the gray Daisy group of luggage, and that's where our luggage will be because we put these luggage tags on our luggage before we put them out into the hallway last night. And then the other night we were given our tip envelopes. So these are tip envelopes for our host or hostess that cleans our room, so we can give it extra money in there. We also have 3 other envelopes for the serving team, the head server, our main server, and our assistant server. Same thing, we can put extra gratuities in those if we choose. We're taking the stairs down, and we're between deck 4 and 5, and I actually like this piece of artwork. So what this shows is it shows the first 5 ships, and then this is the treasure, and it's trying to catch up to the other 5 ships. One last time, we're going to Worlds of Marvel. A lot of people leave their suitcases outside here, so you're not trying to get them through the restaurant. In fact, this is where they tell you to leave them. Not nearly as fancy and decorated as it normally is, but they just kind of want you in and out. So we're having a breakfast. You can tell it's a lot lighter of a crowd in here today. Leaving World of Marvel, and you can see all the luggage and everything just lining the hall here. Again, this is where you leave your luggage. You don't have to drag it through the dining hall if you have anything. Thought we'd pop up on the top deck for one last look of the Disney treasure. For breakfast, we went to World of Marvel. What did you get, hon?
I did a ham and cheese omelet.
How was it?
It was good.
It was good for a final meal?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had
You had the eggs for the road.
Eggs for the road. I had sunny eggs, and then they came with a choice of sides of meat with it could have been bacon, ham, or sausage, and a side of hash brown. That was pretty good. I mean, for, you know, our final meal. And I also got the waffle, and you can have a choice between strawberry and blueberry, and I just got blueberry. That was pretty good too. We are going to get off the treasure in a minute. We had a fantastic vacation, and we want to thank all the crew members that made everything so special on our time aboard the Disney Treasure. We had a wonderful servant team with Santana and Jeanette. They were just wonderful. They took care of us so well. We've had such great luck with our serving teams over all of our cruises. But it's a big shout out to not just them, but again, everyone behind the scenes and everything, all the way from the top down. It's just a good trip, don't you think, John?
Yes, it was a fantastic time.
Did you enjoy your time on the Disney Treasure?
Yes, I did. I really enjoyed the Treasure. It is a beautiful ship.
Yeah.
And we did a lot while we were on it.
Yeah, it's the same layout as the Wish, but I do like it better than the Wish.
Yeah.
I feel like after the first couple, after the first couple sailings of the Wish, they like, okay, where can we improve? And for what they could do, they did make some minor improvements before they released the Treasure in that year between the two ships being released. So I think that's one of the reasons why I prefer the Treasure over the Wish.
Yeah.
You notice them when you're in there. We're not going to pick them apart, but you notice it when you've been on both ships. What I'm talking about. But for now, what do we need to do to get off the ship?
We need to get off the ship, so we need our either Disney Band Plus or our key to the world cards. We'll get off our ship, grab our luggage, and go through customs.
Yep, we need to go down to deck 3,
Yes.
and basically the opposite order of how we got onto the ship on the
Yes.
first day.
Disney Treasure guests, may I have your attention please? Local Customs and Border Protection have now cleared the Disney Treasure, and at this time, all guests are welcome to disembark the ship.
Well, one thing's nice, there's no line for the Aquamouse. Got some crews working on the Aquamouse for repairs and updates and all that stuff. But it's time for us to get going. Nice and relaxing to get off this morning compared to what we've seen before. We're actually getting off kind of later, but there's like barely anyone backed up waiting. We're just kind of, looks like we have to go around the Grand Hall down the corridor, so they kind of created a line for us. So looks like we have to go past Scat Cats and past the Jungle Cruise Skipper's Lounge. One last walk through the Skipper's Lounge. Yeah, just kind of created the line here. The line kind of started in the hallway on 3 and wrapped around. And as we get off, we have to scan our Magic Band or Key of the World card. That way they know that we have left the ship. Oh no. No, 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 no. Goodbye, girl. We'll miss you. Wah, wah. As you walk off, you can see all the crews cleaning. We're gonna go through security, so I have to put the camera away. But this will be customs and things like that. And we pick up our luggage. That was super easy. We just grabbed our luggage. Then we walked up, and we didn't even have to talk to an agent. We had like a thing that we went up to and looked at our visual image, and we were able to just walk through, no problem. Now they're going to tell us which bus we're going to go on to, because we're going to go to the airport. We can also take a bus to the resorts if that's what we're doing after our cruise, if we're going back to like Disney World. We're going to follow the red line because we're going to go to the airport. At least that's the color they told us this time to follow. Giving away our luggage, and they're going to put it underneath. Time to get on board. It's crazy how easy that process was.
It really is, yeah.
I mean, it used to be a very long line, and now with technology, we pretty much were able to walk right off.
Yeah, I took out my passports and I didn't even need them.
Yeah, they have our image on file. It's the same process when you get on the ship. They take a visual image of you.
Yeah.
It was like the same process to get off the ship. Now we're off to...
Now we're off to the airport.
Goodbye, Treasure. There we go. There's the Treasure one last time. And then Disney added a second cruise port down the road. Busy port day. There's like 4 or 5 other ships that we saw when we were up on the upper decks out this morning. But anyway, we're officially on our way to the airport. It's about an hour drive, and a really foggy hour drive. But yeah, we're just gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy our last ride before we get to the airport.
1 hour later.
We are pulling into MCO, where we're gonna be dropped off. Our bus driver pulled out all of our luggage before we got off. Now we're just collecting. Gotta figure out where we need to go to check in. Going to all gates, all ticketing. Just follow the signs. Elevator, escalator, whatever you choose. Choose your adventure. We got our bags checked. We had to stand in a very long line. So the thing is, we got here way early before our flight. Like what, 6 hours?
Something like that, yeah.
4 or 5 hours actually. And we had to go stand in a long line to drop off our luggage because we couldn't like check in.
We couldn't go to the normal check-in desk for Delta because apparently, I heard somebody else say this is a newer thing they have at MCO, where if your flight is more than 3 hours but less than 6, they have you check in on level 1. Which is what we had to do, but we had to wait in line for an hour.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's cut our time a little bit now.
But if you have, you know, what was it, 4 or 5 ships in at the same time, and all their passengers are getting to the airport at the same time,
right?
It's gonna back up a little, even though we don't leave again even if we don't leave for 4, 5, 6 hours.
I was gonna say, at this point we leave in about 4 hours.
All right, what do we do with our free time?
We're gonna go do some shopping.
One last chance to spend our money while we're out of state. Carrie wants to check out the Epic Universe from Universal. This is a new store. Oh, Carrie found Donkey Kong. It's $40. So they just opened a Super Mario World at Universal Studios, so that's what a lot of this stuff is for. There's another Universal store next to that. This is going to be more Harry Potter. It's so fluffy! We're going to go hit up the Disney store next. A really neat video board in here. Change of scenes from around the Disney World. Just saw Epcot before this with the new Moana thing that we saw on our second day at Disney World. Toy Story Land, Hollywood Studios. This is the SeaWorld store, which is across the walkway from Disney. As we're in the one terminal here, that's the Hyatt Regency. There's actually a hotel inside the airport. Carrie and I actually stayed there one night when we had a pretty late flight. We had like an 8 o'clock flight that night, and we got dropped off at the airport at like 10 a.m. So we had a lot of downtime. We're gonna get in line for security. It's everyone's favorite last ride on any Disney vacation.
It's the fake rail.
Yeah, so we're gonna leave you guys here, and as we head home, you don't need to see the rest of our travel, and we'll see you when we get home in just, well, for you, a second. All aboard the fake rail.
Good chance you didn't see it at all. Please come back.
Hey everyone, so we safely made it home in case you couldn't tell. Hey, how about that?
We just got home 2 months later.
Anyway, we had a wonderful time on the Treasure. What did you think of it?
I thought the Treasure was amazing. I have been one to say I was not a fan of the Wish, so there was a little bit of worry going on to the Treasure. I would say if you are like that, do not. The Treasure is amazing.
Yeah, I feel like, I think I mentioned this before, so they had like 2 years between the launch of the Wish and the Treasure, and I feel like that was a good amount of time for them to kind of work out a couple kinks about the layout and some things. So I think they really made some vast improvements between the Wish, at least when we were on the Wish, and the Treasure. So definitely something to look forward to. But hey, so if you're new here, please do us a favor and subscribe. About 90% of our viewers are not subscribers, so help us flip that number. Help us reach our next goal of 2,000 subscribers. But honey, what is the next big announcement here? Where are we going next for our next big trip?
Our next big announcement, we're cheating on Disney a little bit. We are going on a Greek Isles cruise. So we leave soon for it. We are going to be cruising with Celebrity. Don't tell Mickey. We're sorry. Mickey, you just don't offer this itinerary yet. But we're ecstatic. Departs out of Athens. Get to go to Santorini, Mykonos. So many other stops along the way. We are super excited.
So we're looking forward to that, and you should keep an eye out for when we start posting those. But anyway, we want to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill.
I'm Carrie.
You've been watching KB Treks. Please do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Until then, good luck and have fun.
See ya.
Disney Treasure guests, may I have your attention please? Local Customs and Border Protection have now cleared the Disney Treasure, and at this time, all guests are welcome to disembark the ship.